Hey, Miss Amy. This is the end of course reflection, and I'm just going to present it real quick. Got my document right here, and what I put for the answers to all the questions that you got on there was my exposure. The exposure to the experience of both the instructor and the guest speaker was immensely valued. It was really fun to hear Eric Gunzenhauser's take and be able to ask him questions about his experience. That was pretty cool. And of course, everything that you had to say about the industry and ways to find yourself, in that industry was always really fun to hear and ask questions about that whenever I could think of some. And continuing, I would have to say that my favorite quote from the semester was most copywriters probably haven't taken a copywriting class. It really humors the person hearing that that's sitting in a copywriting class. It's just pretty funny. Uh, I, on that note, but I would have to say that there's a funny message in that because it basically says that you don't need to take a copywriting class to be a good copywriter. And so on that note, I would have to say that I do kind of wish that there had been more assignments, like more work, more opportunities to come up with ideas about different stuff. That kind of would have been cool. Other than that, continuing, I have no opinion on whether it should be more online or not. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. For the most part, I enjoyed the lectures, but didn't get much from the book. The book was a nice reference tool at times, but hardly worth the money paid for it. Unless, of course, we're accounting for its value in terms of how many times it served as the answer key for the tests, in which case it's obviously invaluable. Not much to add on to that one. It's pretty straightforward. And one thing I wanted to touch on here at the bottom, I just put the fact that I always detected in the class sort of an overwhelming, like class-wide under-enthusiasm for the subject at hand, and it seemed like it really made things difficult for you as the instructor, and it always seemed like you were super aware of it. You know what I mean? Like that was something that was a hurdle that you had to get over. Like it always seemed like it was something you were trying to get over. And so as a result, at times it could feel like the instructor was subject to almost spoon feeding concepts and instructions to the class. Sometimes it seemed as though it was very difficult for you to get those things across to the class, and it was just really noticeable, is all. And at the bottom, I of course put the instructor strives for a candid tone when communicating, which I really did appreciate. So that's about it. I'll see you in later semesters, I'm certain. Have a good one, Miss Amy.